I swear sometimes my mind drift. Gotta be supernatural, you make it from down here. Hey, I lost the closest thing to my heart and almost drowned in tears. But granted, lives are still standing. I would never hide in fear. I stand bold on these 10 toes. Said I was gonna do it and I did it. Niggas talk, but them never moved by their opinions. I make music for those that love to coach you. Women that's in tune with they showed you. And all the go-getters that made it over. I do this for the forgotten city of Macon, Georgia. They wrote us off as Otis Redding, but the wait is over.
What's going on out there, everyone? It's your boy Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone, and we're here. You're tuned in to another episode of Mike Ryder Talks. I got a special guest in the building with me tonight. It's going to be a goodie, I promise you. Y'all come in, get comfortable, whether you're on the Facebook Live, whether you're on the YouTube Live, or you're watching it on the replay. I promise you're going to like this. Okay, before I get into the guests, let me get into the supporters. Y'all know I've been doing this for a couple months. I'm trying to grow the platform. I thank everyone who's been rocking with me, everybody who's been patient with me. If you want to support the platform because I'm trying to grow it, man, hit the cash out. $ Mike Ryder. You know what I'm saying? Anything will help. $1, $5, $10, $20. I can keep going. Any donation helps. If y'all remember my first interview, it was low budget. It was blurry. It was ugly. I ain't have nothing like all this stuff that I'm doing right here. I ain't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, support the podcast. I'm trying to grow. We're getting better with time. Only way from here is up. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube at Mike Ryder Talks. It'll come up plain and simple. I'm the only Mike Ryder Talks. Type it in on YouTube, type it in on Facebook, hit the follow, hit the subscribe, hit the like to the page. Man, let's get to it. I got a special guest in the house with me tonight. I got someone who is ambitious. She's a mother. She's an entrepreneur, small business owner. She comes from the Middle Georgia area. You know what I'm saying? She comes from the same area that we come from. And you know what? I ain't going to make the intro no longer. Special guest. See, still got the butterflies like I told you. Special guest in the house with me tonight. I got none other than Vannisia Wheeler. How you doing, baby?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Good, doing good, doing good. Thank you so much for having me.
It's an honor, man. Before we go any further, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Vannisia, but most people call me Van. I am a mother of 3. I'm a business owner of my own transporting company, as well as a credit specialist. I own the company. I also am a full-time claims adjuster at an insurance company in the Atlanta area.
Okay. What insurance company do you work for?
I work for Farmers Insurance.
Farmers Insurance. That's one of the top ones there.
Yes, yes, it is.
How long have you been a claims adjuster?
I've been a claims adjuster for 6 years. I started at Geico in Macon on the phone. I had a claim with Geico because I was insured with them. And basically they came out and looked at my car and I was like, I want to do that. And I applied for the job and I eventually got it after I applied to Geico 3 times. I eventually got it and I relocated to Marietta, Georgia, and I stayed with Geico for 2 years, left them, went to American Family for 2 years, and actually 3 years, and now I've been an adjuster with Farmers Insurance.
Farmers Insurance. You love it there? They treat you good?
They treat you good.
Okay.
I'm stepping up.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with moving up, baby.
Right.
You say you are a mother of 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Single mother?
Yes.
How are you able to juggle two businesses, a full-time job,
Hmm.
and three children?
It takes a lot of patience. It definitely takes a village to raise these kids. I have a great support system as far as like my friends, majority of my friends, and a little of my family. What I do is I just manage and make it work. Basically, I feel like I have to go hard for them because no one else is going to go more, harder for you than the woman that gave you life. So it's
Facts.
mandatory that I go hard for them because I'm really, at the end of the day, I'm who
It's
they
on you.
need. Yeah, most definitely.
A- And you have I'm looking at the picture here. You have a daughter who look like she's probably about 10, but you have twins.
Yes. I
I
have
know those twins are a handful.
Yes, they are. I have a 6-year-old. Her name is Camille. And my twins, they're one. That is Christian and Cassidy. And they're
And
both
all y'all look
Gemini.
alike. What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said they're both Geminis.
Of course, of course. But all y'all look alike. Like y'all look like a set of twins, like a big set of quadruplets or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, you have a beautiful family. I know it gets hard at times.
Yes, it does. It does.
Doing it by yourself, you are who they lean on. So I know that this is your main motivation. What else motivates you?
What motivates me the most is coming from where I came from and the progress I've made along the way. Basically, it took me a while to get where I wanted to be, but every milestone and stepping stone made me jump further and jump further and jump further each time.
Gotcha, gotcha. You're from the Macon, Georgia area, correct?
Mhm.
What part of Macon you from?
Really, from all sides. Initially, we lived on the east side, and we lived on the east side, and we had to move from the west side after my father was killed when I was 11.
I'm sorry to hear
Um,
that.
Yeah, we moved from the east side to the west side. And then from the west side, we had another tragedy in my family, which was my older brother. And
Mm,
from the west side, we moved to the south side after I left Warner Robins because we moved to Warner Robins before then. And moved to the south side. And after the south side, we basically just moved solely back to Warner Robins.
okay, how was it? And I know you just listed the tragedies that happened, and I'm sorry about that. But how was life in Macon for you? Because that's like in the 90s, right? When you lived here, 90s and early 2000s.
Yes. It really didn't affect me the way it would have as an adult because I really didn't know everything that was going on as a child. Living in Macon, it was okay. I had a great 2-parent household, and my dad, he really was a great provider, a protector, everything. And my mother was a great mother while her and my father were together.
Okay, okay. So I can tell you had that good foundation. Man, let's go ahead and get into the business. You have a transport service
Hmm.
as well as the financial service, the
Hmm.
credit restoration, the credit counseling. Which one did you start first?
The transporting services.
Let's get to it then. All
Yeah.
right.
So basically, the transporting service started because I was a claims adjuster, of course, and I used to go to all of these tow yards, and I used to see everyone with their dually truck with a trailer attached to it, and they were hauling cars here and there, here and there. And
Mhm.
I was interested in, seeing what it was about because I knew it was a very lucrative business. The most important thing in Atlanta or anywhere or in life in general is networking to me because I feel like you have to start talking to people because you never know who knows somebody and who that person know and what that person does or what the next person does. So
That's a
I ended
fact.
up coming in contact with a guy who had a contract with Copart, and that is basically a tow yard, and he needed over 300 cars moved, and they paid a lot per car. So that really motivated me to get the truck in order to help him out as far as the contracting business of the moving the cars.
How long have you had the transport service?
I started it in March. I want to say March. So
March of this year?
so recently I've led away from it, and I'm working on something else as far as delivering packages for FedEx. So I'm working on that next project now.
Okay.
But
Hey, man, I wish you the best of luck with that.
not me personally delivering it, but someone else that I'm going to hire to deliver the packages.
Hey, that's even better.
Right. The most important thing to me is I'm already busy, so I gotta
Mhm.
find ways to let the money make itself and use other people's money to finance my life.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that. A lot of people don't understand, and I was one of those people.
Hmm.
You don't have to put your hands on everything. You don't have to be the person out there doing the hard work.
No, you don't. Not at
That's going
all.
to take up a lot of your time.
Yes. It does. It would take a lot of my time if I was to try to do every project, and also I got 3 kids. It would be very time consuming, and also, not only just having 3 kids, I also need time to take care of myself as well. So that would be a lot on
Mhm.
me. So, my most important goal is to let the money make itself, and just go from there.
How did you how did you develop a mindset like that at such a young age?
I think the reason why I developed this mindset at a young age is because of who my father was, and well, still is, even though he is deceased. Nothing changed. He was a great man. He really taught me how to work hard. Like even when we were kids, my daddy used to have us outside picking onions, picking weeds, laying grass, picking up trash, selling watermelons. Like my daddy used to have us in the shop sanding parts and all kinds of stuff.
What?
Yes, like he really taught me how to work hard, and he always used to tell me, he was like, nobody wants a sorry woman. And I always
That's a
remember
fact.
that say. He was like, you can be pretty. He was like, he used to always say I was pretty, but he was like, nobody wants a sorry woman. So yeah, he always told me that. So
You had a smart dad.
yes, I did. One of the best.
S- So that instilled the knowledge that you have right now and that mentality that you have right now into you throughout the rest of your life to current day.
Correct. And my daddy passed when I was 11. He had life taken um, from him in 2005.
Mm.
So
Like I
yeah,
said, I'm sorry.
yeah. And I mean, I've learned. I've gotten a lot better with it. It still hurts to this day because I feel like a lot of people have their dad, and I don't. But um, I am his legacy, and I carry that very seriously.
Yeah, see, my dad died when I was 10. So I
Mm.
was right behind you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a little older than you, but
Hmm.
age wise, when it happened,
Hmm.
I right up under there. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Got you.
Um, let's get into the financial service. What
Um,
made you want to start VW Financial?
the reason why I wanted to start BW's Financial is because a lot of people have bad credit.
They do.
Yes. And so I felt like that was the most important thing for me to do in order for, everyone to gravitate towards me, because having a business is very important. And a lot of people want businesses and don't know how to take care of it. They want houses and don't know how to get it. They want cars and don't know how to finance it. It's just a lot of things that come and tell with it. So I know I understand that I understand that um, is very important.
Okay, okay. Give me 1 second. Do you have any tips, any gems, any jewels you can give the people who are watching and listening to this on how they can better their credit, their financial situation, any kind of game you want to give to them?
Of course. Um, I feel like the most important thing is when someone says no, don't take that first no and think that's it. Keep going, keep striving, keep pushing, and never give up. Never give up. And even when things don't go your way, that doesn't mean that that is the final no that God has placed in your life. It just means that that is a one no. And don't let that deter you from anything else in life that you want to do.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That because I need to send something out. How long have you been doing this?
Um, Doing what exactly?
The VW Financial.
Okay, the VW Financial is my newbie. I've been doing that for about almost 2 months now. So that is just one of the things I've been working on. Also, I am in the process of getting my real estate license. So when I get done repairing their credit, I'm already in the door to sell them a home as well.
Oh wow.
So that's something that I'm working on as well. I just look forward to actually actually
Like
living it,
helping their people.
living the results, and also helping people as far as having them buy houses and buy cars and doing things they never even imagined doing.
That's what's up there. I'm gonna get back to it. Give me 1 second. My man Gaming with the Prince. He's in a podcast that I do with Battle Rap. What's up, nephew? This is my Twitter nephew.
Okay.
OG Wolf, what's going on, bro? I just want to shout out the comments real quick. OG Wolf is he's someone I interviewed last week. Very powerful interview. It's dropping next week. Dre, one of my best boys. What's good, Dre? Southern Vegan. What's going on? I already know. Come on. Got some of the best food here. Southern Vegan Soul here in Macon, Georgia. They got some of the best vegan food you can find. Palm, that's my man off of Twitter. What's good, y'all? Y'all know what time it is. If you drop your comments, I'm gonna shed some light on your comments. I'm gonna put you on the screen. Share the broadcast. You might have shared it and it wasn't able to be visible to your people. I had a little technical difficulty a few minutes ago, but we fixed that. So everybody should be good and able to see it. Y'all come in, get comfortable. You know what time it is. Yes, I did say it. Y'all had the best vegan food. You know I feel like that. Um, I'm glad that you said you want to be able to help people to fix their credit. To after they fix their credit, you can put them in a house. You can, help them to finance cars. What's going on? That's my sister there. I know you ready, man. You about 20 minutes late, baby. Anyway, you want to help your people. And it's not about race, but down here where we're from, stereotypically, us black people, we rent apartments or we rent homes and we buy these used cars. We're not that financially savvy. You know what I'm saying? So you doing something like this, it really would help the people. It really would help our people.
Correct. And not only that, I want to start going to certain high schools because I feel
Mm,
like if someone would have grasped me in high school, ninth grade, maybe
okay.
10th grade, those are the most important years I feel like in the individual's life. And I feel like if someone would have grasped me then to tell me how important credit was and what was unsubsidized and subsidized loans with schools and just like little stuff that you just really have to learn on the way. Like things that I feel like everyone should know about and they don't. And it's like you lose a lot of time in life because here you are trying to correct your errors in your young life, and now you're trying to play catch up in your old life because you did so many things that affected you in your young life.
It's a
So
fact.
I feel like that's most important. Like if some people can, if I can get a group of people to go to the schools with me and talk to the young individuals there who really don't know where to go, who don't decide to go to college. Even if you are undecided of, whether or not you want to go to college, you can still go to college for 2 years and take your core classes. So you just won't be doing nothing, getting into trouble, creating a record, just doing nothing. And I think that's most important.
I got somebody in the comments. They said I need to link up with VW Financial. I really could use that. Matter of fact, that's the guest from last week.
Okay.
His name is OG Wolf on Facebook.
Okay, well, my IG is V Wheeler Financial. So just hit me up, or you can follow me or like my page on Facebook, which is VW Financial.
That's the page on Facebook. VW Financial. Anybody who's looking at this, type in VW Financial. This will be what pops up. You had the green logo on the profile picture and on the background picture. You also have an Instagram. You also had an Instagram. V Wheeler Financial on Instagram. It had a green profile picture. And then as you can see on the screen, these are the posts that'll pop up. So follow her, like her page, contact her. She's here to help you. Let's get back into that. So you were saying that you would love to be able to take a group of people out to do like different seminars, I guess, or talk to the younger crowd to educate them.
Correct. I really feel like they need it the most, especially the kids that don't have real guidance, like parents that really. You have to know. In order to teach someone, you have to know something. You have to know it. So 9 times out of 10, if they don't know it, it's because their parents didn't teach them, or they didn't have the knowledge to keep recurring. So I feel like me personally making a foundation for my kids, I want to help the next child make it so they can make a foundation for their kids or the next person as well. I feel like it's most important. I feel like some people, when they get to a certain level, they get greedy and they don't feel like they need to help other people. And I feel like personally, it doesn't matter how much I make, I'm always going to help somebody. And I'm always going to be cost effective because that's just who I am. But I just feel like if I can help somebody, I'm going to do it regardless.
So you are a blessing to the community. I got another person. That's my sister. She said, I'm here for the credit repair. I'm interested in buying a house in the next year. We getting you people now.
Sell you a house.
You said what now?
Let me fix your credit and sell you a house too.
She'll be willing. My sister she's a very intelligent person, but like most of us, just bad situation. So like she says,
all of us. We are a part of our environment. And sometimes we get caught up just like everybody else. Things happen, things go beyond our control. So I definitely understand. And I'm no one to judge. Everything that I talk with my customers about are completely confidential. No one knows about your score. No one knows about what you owe, who you owe, how much you owe, and how bad of debt you have. It's completely confidential.
Let's get it then. As y'all can see on the screen, on the bottom of the screen, I got the ticker. That's her phone number. That's her website. Hit her up. Be in contact with her. Pretty sure she's not hard to talk to. Well, y'all can see that right now. She ain't hard to talk to. And the people rocking with you. Look, she said, yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Well, boy Wolf said, yes, I definitely need that. Hit her up, bro. Your interview dropping next week. It's a fire one.
Thank you.
Anybody who's watching this, hit the like, hit the share. You know what I'm saying? We're about halfway through, but we still got a lot of stuff to cover. Like I said, hit the like, give me some hearts, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, hit the share. Oh man, see, we got even more people. Yes, ma'am, I'm interested in getting a house. I know how to get in contact with you. Hey, well, let's get it, Raven. Hey, and honestly, I'm going through the process now of building my credit up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes time to get a house, you got first dibs.
Mm-hmm. And also, if you don't know, it doesn't take a lot of money to become a homeowner. It's
Mm.
so many programs out here that want you to own a house that it doesn't take a lot. All you need is a good score and a good 60 days worth of good bank statements, basically. Um, it doesn't take a lot, maybe a couple thousands in the bank to show a little revenue or, little assets, but it doesn't take a lot to become a homeowner at all. It's so many programs in Georgia that you wouldn't even know nothing about unless you research it. So it's definitely an easy process. All you need is the score and a good track record. So,
And you have access to building the credit score, the
hmm
houses, of course,
I'm working
all
on
the
the house
programs.
right now. Yep.
Come on, man. Y'all need to contact this girl. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the houses, because I've asked you about the financial part, the
Mm-hmm.
transport part. What
Mm-hmm.
made you want to get into putting people in homes as well?
Because that is the most life changing, one of the most life changing events that a person can go through. And if I can be a part of that, if they can have a memory of myself in that, I'm sure that they'll tell their cousin, their mama, their auntie, their sister, how well I took care of them and how smooth the process was. And also, I feel like everyone deserve that type of opportunity. And I want everyone to be a homeowner. It's a very great experience to own something. You can paint the wall blue, purple, green, orange if you
Whatever
want
you want to do.
do whatever you want to do to your property. You don't have to worry about breaking a lease. You don't have to worry about any late fees that are outrageous, evictions. You don't have to worry about that. It takes a lot for you to lose your home versus you getting evicted. So let's just throw that out there. And rent is a whole lot more than mortgage. And mortgage is something that you are investing. Rent is a recurring payment to a property that is not even yours. So
You would never own that property.
you'll never own that property. You're making someone else's dream come true. So
So one thing that someone else could do if they do start buying a house or once they buy a house, you can sell that house.
mm-hmm,
You can rent that house out to someone.
mm-hmm,
So even if you don't stay there, let's say
someone
your
else.
mortgage is 1,000 a month,
Mm-hmm,
you can get someone to rent that house out for a certain price, and they'll cover the mortgage and whatever else you need to put in your pocket.
right. Mm-hmm, most
So, like
definitely.
she says, it's an investment.
It's an
I like
investment.
how you think. I like how you think.
Thank you. I feel like my favorite thing is assets over liabilities. You have to you have to work hard for what you need, and then reward yourself later, and you can get what you want. It's some things I really, really, really want, but I'm trying to discipline myself and focus on what I really need. Because I got to have a disciplined mind when I'm trying to think for three other kids, and that's
Yeah.
most important for me.
I'm going to tell you something my brother told me. When I first told him that I wanted to do such and such, I was young. I was probably about 21, 22. And he was like, you got to put yourself on restriction.
Hmm.
You got to cut out the clubs. I wasn't a club in person anyway, but he was like, you got to cut out the clubs. You got to cut out the women. You got to cut out hanging out with your boys. You
Hmm.
got to go to work. When you get off of work, you come home and you work on whatever that second dream is.
Correct.
And you have to do that continuously.
That is so true.
And is that what you did or are currently doing?
That's something I did and currently doing to somewhat of an aspect.
Mhm.
I have to still reward myself slightly, or I might go insane because I don't have that much freedom with kids. So That's the most important thing to me. They are my world, but
Mhm.
sometimes you need a break from the world.
So when you reward yourself, what do you do? What do you do in your free time, or like as far as like your hobbies or whatever?
In my free time, I like to probably just go out with my friends, have a drink or two. Sometimes it's just so I can just sit down and watch a movie. Like I literally never turn my TV on Monday through Friday. Literally
Mm.
never watch TV because it's either gonna be watching me or I'm not gonna be able to watch it. Like it literally would take me probably 3 days to finish a movie with with the workload that I have with my kids. It's always constantly rewinding. I'm gonna have to rewind this back because I missed that part. I don't know what's going on.
Dang.
So just for me to be able to sit down and watch TV is, you know, is a blessing to me. If someone comes over to watch my kids for like 30 minutes and I could just go to the store by myself, it's something that's my cigarette break.
A trip to Kroger or Publix or whatever y'all may have.
In the car, just to go through the drive-through, just that's my cigarette break for real.
And I'm pretty sure when you come back, you sit in the car for about 10, 15 minutes, right?
Right. Wait,
Um,
getting my voice prepared.
Come on now. Oh, because you know you about to have to yell, right?
Right,
Or go into mommy mode.
right.
Let me ask you this. You said your the movies.
Mhm.
What type of movies do you like? I know this isn't professional, y'all, but we're getting to know Vannisia. So what type of movies do you watch?
I like scary movies in the daytime. It can't be too scared for me to watch it at night because I might have bad dreams.
Come
I
on now.
I like funny movies. I like movies that make critical, like that make me think a lot, mystery, crime, solving, all of those type of movies.
What is Vannisia, just off the top of your dome? What is Vannisia's top movie to watch?
I'm gonna say my top movie is Punisher. The Punisher.
The Punisher?
Yes, I love that movie because it was so revengeful. And John Wick, so revengeful. I love those type of movies where you at the bottom, you lost it all, and you gonna make everybody pay. So I like those type of movies a lot. It really just, you know, revengeful.
Well, y'all heard this. Don't step to her wrong because she gonna get revenge on you. She's out for revenge. You know what I'm saying? Um, you also like to travel and stuff, correct?
Yes, I do when I can.
Where have you been? Like, name some places that you've traveled to.
I've been to Jamaica, Puerto Rico. I took my daughter to New York and Philadelphia for the first time. Um, I've been to Chicago, Miami, certain places like that.
Anybody watching this, anybody listening to this, if you're a woman, even if you're a man, because there are single fathers here, this woman is a single mother of 3. She has twins who are just 1. So you know they're a handful. Single mother of 3. She owns 2 businesses, works a full-time job, still travels the world, when she can.
Right.
And she's doing all this stuff as a single woman. Please never give up on your dreams. If she can do it, you can do it. Now, I want to get to this. I'll get back to this. Traveling wise, out of the places you just named, what would be your favorite vacation spot?
I would say my favorite vacation spot would probably be Puerto Rico.
How was Puerto Rico, man?
It was so nice. I traveled during COVID season and they were so strict. I felt safer there than Georgia.
Well, the United States, we're idiots.
Correct. So I felt a lot safer there than Georgia in the United States. Well, of course, that's part of the United States territory, but they were just very strict on having a mask on outside. Like the cop would ride by you and say, "Hey, put your mask on. You're going to jail."
Really?
They don't play that, and they really were strict as far as the mask.
Puerto Rico. How many times have you been?
Just once.
Just once.
hmm
I know you say you traveled during COVID.
hmm
How do you feel about this whole COVID thing? Has it put a damper on your day-to-day operations?
Somewhat, but I make the best out of the situation because that really gave me time to save money. As far as like not doing unnecessary spending, it gave me time to open up my mind. I started both of those businesses during the COVID season. It was
Oh
nothing.
wow.
I was working my regular 9 to 5 and was just fine with it. And that really spiked me. I said, I'm just gonna do it. And if it don't work out, I'm gonna try it again. So it's just something that really drove me. And also, I'm in a position where I don't like to depend on other people to do for me and my kids. So I want to
Okay.
be in a position to do for them solely with or without any help. And that is important to me.
You know, during this COVID, my sister came to me. Even from me watching different podcasts,
hmm
listening to people who motivate me,
hmm
they said, while we have this pandemic going on, if you don't come out of this with an extra business, more knowledge, another hobby, some other form of making money, you wasted your time.
Correct. Correct. I
Because
definitely,
this, you definitely what now?
I agree.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I mean, I know you did. Because look, you got two businesses out of it,
Thank you.
but you're doing good. You're on a roll. What is the goal for the transportation business? I know you're trying to get in with
So,
FedEx right now.
well, I'm already in. What I'm working on now is basically with the dually truck. It required um, CDLs. So
Okay.
I wanted to attract more people with just regular license and a good driving record. I'm also all for trying to help. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say everyone, but specifically mothers who just want a good paying job. And if you can drive and you have a good driving record, yeah, I want you to be my driver. And also, I feel like with the delivering the FedEx packages, is that I will be able to expand that more effectively than a dually truck and a flatbed trailer. And also, I will be able to help more people than just one person because the money for the dually and tractor, I can get 3 vans, maybe four,
Right. Right.
maybe 10. It depends on the price, but I just looked at it a better way, and that means that I can help more people to make their families eat well and take care of their kids.
So currently with van transportation, the truck that I have on the screen now, that's the truck.
That was the truck.
That was the truck.
hmm
You're now trying to get something going with FedEx, like a box truck, to
Yeah,
where, like you said,
cargo van.
cargo van. Okay.
hmm It's going to be so simple for someone to drive a van. It's just for the average person, just a regular license, driving a cargo van, delivering packages.
Mhm.
Um, Locally, you're not driving too far, and you won't be out all day.
Yeah, because with FedEx, I've worked a similar job with
Mhm.
those cargo vans. You don't have to have CDL, like you said.
Mhm.
I think the max that they carry is like 12,000 pounds.
Mhm.
Um, and like you said, it'll be local. So you will be leasing your vehicle to FedEx
Correct, correct.
and you'll just have a route.
hmm The route would vary every day, but what I want to do specifically, I want to have their route planned out. So therefore, they can make arrangements for their children, or just to make sure that everything's covered in every aspect. Because as a mother, I know your kids come first, so I want to be that boss. So I
Mhm.
don't want to be that other boss.
Uh-oh, let's get it. They said that's much needed, man. You go, Van.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mrs. Brown. So you're all for helping the people. mainly our people. Matter of fact, mainly single mothers
mainly
who can
women.
relate to you.
And not I love black men, but recently
Hold on. Choose your words wisely.
recently I've got a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, it was something small, but it meant a lot to me, so it's important if it meant a lot to me. And recently I did a coat drive on Facebook, and everyone gave were women, and majority of these women had kids, and majority of these women had coats that they had to buy for their own children. And
Mm.
recently, as of today, one man bought 6 coats, and I really am very thankful for that. But I feel like I gotta go hard for my sisters all the
If
time,
I'm not
all the
mistaken,
time.
this is
If I
from
can help
that.
my sisters, I'm gonna do it, and I help my black men too. But they have to also help us, and it just go both ways. You scratch my back, I'm gonna scratch yours.
Well, see, one thing about it is you need exposure. If I'm not mistaken, this is from your coat drive. It said,
Correct.
"Thanks, Van Wheeler,
It was
for my son's
completely online, and that is a nice 3-in-1 coat. It has a light jacket inside from Children's Place, and this has a thick coat over it. It's very nice and warm, and it has a hood attached to it.
Now, is the coat drive over?
No, it's still going. It's still going. People are still sending their donations, and I'm still sending out coats via Amazon. So the delivery will happen quickly. And also, right now, we've done 22 coats, and this took place completely online. We didn't have to do any face to face, any 6 feet distancing. It was just completely online. And it all started from one post of me saying that I was going to give away 2 coats. And someone said, I'll match you. Then another person said, I'll match you. And it just kept happening, kept happening, kept happening. And we just kept sending out coats.
Yeah, because it's
And I
only going to
appreciate
get
everyone
colder.
who gave towards the cause. That was just like to know I had something to do with that. Like it makes me
Mhm.
feel so good. Like stuff like that makes me happy. Just to know that I did something and that was my good deed for the week. Or I try to do one good deed a week at least, maybe twice, but that was my good deed, and that meant a lot to me because I helped complete strangers put coats in their babies, and these are not cheap coats. These are good coats that are gonna last. They
Like you
can
said, from
last
Children's Place.
two winters, and you can pass it on to someone else. So it really made me feel good about it.
Now, this right here is a big comment, so I don't know how it's going to look on the screen. I love your love for helping other women and especially mothers and understanding the babies come first. That's amazing. I hear all the time moms having issues with work and children. So for you to have that mindset is amazing. It'll set trends and also be so beneficial for you as a boss. You'll be more respected. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mercedes
Mercedes.
Sacramento.
Thank you, Mercedes. And also, I feel like your name is everything. What people remember you for is everything. And I feel like there's a lot of people who have the capacity to help people and don't. So it
Mhm.
means a lot to me. I'm not a millionaire, but if I can help someone, I'm gonna do
Hey, listen, the only thing I feel like that you need more of is exposure. And this
it.
is what this is for.
Right.
I know I'm a small podcast, but like I said, by tomorrow, I promise you, probably about 300 people don't be done seeing this. And then we putting it up on YouTube in the following week. So all you need is exposure. That's all you need. This is just the beginning. Your phone is going to start ringing. Your email, your notifications for Facebook and Instagram are going to start going off.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is going to be, like I said, a stepping stone. This is just the beginning for you. Um, you having that passion to
Mhm.
give back to others and show love is much needed.
Thank
And
you.
like I said, this winter time, it just started. It just started getting cold around here.
Like a switch.
Yeah. And it's only going to get colder.
Yeah.
See, they already done started. They already done started. I'm pretty sure that's one of your people, correct?
Right.
Okay. Okay. But I mean, they might be sincere.
Oh, of course.
Hey, so
Everybody
look,
in my circle is sincere people.
well, look, I'm glad to have y'all.
We have to have the same heart to be in my circle.
And see, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And you doing this, it kind of like my people don't gravitate it towards you. And hopefully your sincere people can gravitate towards me.
Most
You know what
definitely.
I'm saying?
Most definitely.
He got a podcast as well. Come on now. Like I said, this is only the beginning.
Okay, I'm ready.
And his podcast, fire. It ain't virtual like this. It's fire.
Right.
Let me see something. What is the goal for Vannisia Wheeler 5 years down the line?
My goal 5 years down the line, I do not want to be working for anyone.
Okay.
I want to make my schedule the way I want to make it. Um, I want to have purchased a bigger home for my family, maybe remarry, but I'm not rushing that. Also, I want to have completed my degree in business management. It's not something that I'm really focused on right now. I'm not saying don't go to school, but go to school. I'm just saying that take your time and do what makes you happy and what works for you. So
Okay.
in
Okay.
that 5 years, I want to have completed my degree, bought a new home, maybe relocate, and also be working for myself full time.
How important is it to make goals for yourself?
It's very important to make goals for myself, being that um, you have to set deadlines because it helps you become accountable for what needs to be done, what you need to do, and also it keeps you going and keeps you elevated. Me personally, I set goals for myself with companies I work for. Geico had 3 years to pay me what I wanted to get paid. They didn't pay me what I wanted to get paid, so I had to go. And then American Family, they didn't pay me what I wanted to get paid. About 3 years, I think 2, 3 years, I had to go. And now I'm at Farmers, and they are paying me what I want to get paid, but you just gonna keep wanting more and more for yourself, and that's just the way it goes. And honestly, I hate working for someone, honestly, but
Mm.
it's manageable. I used to be very passionate about it, but not so much since we've been inside. I was a field damage adjuster, not a desk adjuster, and it is really putting a damper on my passion for it. So it's different.
So, Vannisia Wheeler, go getter, single mother, multiple businesses under your belt. What else do you see yourself doing that may not be in that 5 year goal that you've been contemplating on? You haven't really set yourself to go get it or determined to go get it yet. What else is a possibility for you?
I really would like to be a motivational speaker.
Let's
Um,
get it.
because I've been through so much as a teenager, as a child. I've been through so much, but we just touched bases on it lightly. Maybe we could get a little bit deeper another day. But I've been through so much at a young age, and it made me become who I am today. Um, Not only that, as in my adulthood, I went through a lot
Mm,
during my twin pregnancy, and the journey of motherhood is hard, especially when you're doing it alone. So
yeah.
that's just something that I feel that if I can do it, someone else can do it who is in a not as bad situation as me, or even a worse situation as me. If I can do it, they can do it too. The worst thing you can do is make excuses for yourself and also have fear in your heart. You have to be okay with jumping.
Mm. True words. Let's get it. See, I kind of lost my train of thought, but that was so deep right there. Okay, you're from the Macon, Georgia area, the middle Georgia area. You still live in Georgia.
Mhm.
You see what goes on, the cycle with us black people, with black women. What do you think could break the cycle?
I think what could break the cycle is their environment, also their mentality. I feel like a lot of people have the mindset that working for someone is okay, living paycheck to paycheck is okay, going out and doing the same things with their friends is okay every weekend. You doing the cycle every day, every day, every day. You're never stepping out to do more. So how can you expect more out of life? And I feel like that mentality is a lot in making, and I really hate it. And that's why I tell anybody who has the opportunity to leave. When I left Macon, I moved 2 hours away from Macon. I didn't know nobody in that city, but I just did it because I felt like it was the best thing for me to do. And ever since I left, it's been up in my life. And I'm not saying Macon is a bad place, but it's hard to grow, and it's hard to grow when you're in a box and it's only a hole this big for you to sprout out.
Mhm.
And it's hard for you to grow outside that box, especially when in that box you're surrounded around people who are doing the same thing every day. They're not trying to be better. They're not trying to be better citizens. They're not trying to be better people. They're not trying to help people. They're not trying to make better of their situation. All they do is make excuses. They make excuses why they can't take this job because they don't have a ride when the bus run all around Macon. Like it's so many people make up excuses, and that's why they never jump out on faith, because they feel like they're afraid. So
Facts.
that's majority why they never jump out, is because they're afraid. And if their mom or their aunt was okay for them to live that way, they'll do it too. So
My man in the comments say, "What gave you the courage to leave?"
let me tell you a story. Before I left Macon, this one event happened. I was like, you know what? I'm so sick of it. That really pushed me out the door. And it's so small, but something so small can just mean so much bigger in my mind, because that's just how I think. So I ordered me a pizza from Papa John's on the east side.
Okay.
And I ordered this pizza from Papa John's on the east side because I was living on the east side right before I left Macon. And my pizza never came. I was like,
Never came.
so I called this stuff like, what's my pizza at? And they were like, we delivered it. I said, no, you didn't. They was like, yeah, somebody was standing outside and they said it's theirs. I was like, what?
So
So
somebody just grabbed your pizza.
my pizza that I ordered from Papa John's. And I was like, oh no, I gotta get away from this place. And there was several incidences along with that. Just things that went around in the area and the environment. And I was given a great opportunity from Geico too. Like it was a great opportunity just to move away, make more money. And I didn't know nobody, but I just did it. And I was like, I hate to say it, but people love to say that, oh, it happens everywhere. What goes on in Macon happens everywhere. Macon is only 220 miles wide. That's small.
That's small, yeah.
That's small.
What
That's
they're
not
trying to make it out to be.
so. For you to say it happens everywhere, and that city is this small, and you're basically killing your cousin, mama, auntie, cousin, because we are related. Because it's so small. We're all related because it's so small in Macon. Everyone knows somebody. Someone is related to somebody, and everybody's related.
Mm-hmm.
And It's just, I feel like a lot of people make excuses because they love to say, "Oh, this happens everywhere." No, it doesn't. It only happens in Macon, majority of the
Facts.
time. I mean, it happens. Bad things happen everywhere, but for Macon to be this small, it shouldn't happen this often.
You done blew my man mind. He said, "Wow." Hey,
Yeah,
then Zay, he said, "We're our own worst enemy."
correct,
That's a
correct.
fact. That's a fact. And you know what? To piggyback off of what you just said, making it so small.
Mhm,
It started out as a country town,
mhm,
but without expanding it, they're still trying to make it a big city. They're
mhm.
trying to make it a college town. They're trying to make it a tourist attraction. It ain't gonna work.
And you got the ghetto right next door to it.
I
I'm
was
not
just about to say,
saying take away homes and houses and stuff, but I'm just saying Macon can clean up the city if
mhm,
they really cared. The county that I live in, they make sure this city is up to par. We got street sweepers. We got people that cut the grass. Probably, I see them cut the grass probably every 2 weeks. Like they don't let nothing get out of place. They have nice street lights. It's just like little things that can make the city better. Like no one cares, and that's the problem.
but see,
Not even
that's where your tax dollars are supposed to go to,
the
or
city.
that's one of the places.
Yeah. And just to piggyback on, we are our own worst enemy. We actually are. Like my dad, he didn't pass away from natural causes. His life was taken in Macon. His
Mm.
life was taken in Macon, and I was 11 years old, and I was in the house when it took place as a little girl. So that mindset alone for me, when I hear other fathers being taken and other mothers being taken, I can relate because Macon took my daddy too, and
Golly.
it's just you just got to get out when you can.
And you know, we've been having a lot of. I know you don't stand making, but I'm pretty sure you've seen on your timeline.
Yes,
I ain't even got to say it.
yes. And those kids have to grow out without their parents. And who is going to love you like your parent would? Especially your mother. Your mother. I couldn't imagine, well, I wouldn't be able to imagine if I'm dead, but going out thinking I'm going to have a good time and then I never make it home to see my babies. That is mind boggling to me. And it's so crazy because I had already told a friend of mine that I was not going to go back out there. Like, I'm not going to go out there no more. Like, it's just done for me. So if they want to go out, they can come to me. We can go out, but that's like, I'm done down there, honestly.
Man, I'm gonna read this real quick. Keep pushing because you're inspiring some young lady that you might not know that's looking up to you, and that's a fact.
That's
My
true.
sister tells me all the time that I need to leave Macon. Been in Macon 32 years.
Mm.
I need to get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
And there's so many people that you are gonna meet in other places networking. I've met so many great people just networking, and they have helped open doors for me. Help, just being mentors and knowledgeable about things I'm not knowledgeable on. Give great advice, and these are people that I met and they were strangers to me, and now they're like my sisters. Like it's just that deep.
Mm. And you know, one thing that I've noticed, strangers are more likely to help you and support you than the people you already know.
Correct. Definitely. I definitely
Sad, man. Well, look, if there's nothing else you want to touch on, I'm good. We can go ahead and end this thing here.
okay. Well, that's
It's
fine. Before we end the podcast, I do want to just say to everyone out there, to pay attention to your dreams. Um, Not the dreams that you have while you're awake, but the dreams that you have when you're actually going to sleep. Basically, when you go to sleep and you have dreams, I feel like that is the way God will speak to you. Um, Specifically, I've had dreams where I didn't know the meaning to, and I Googled the meaning as soon as I woke up because I kept having this dream. And it was a dream of me floating, but it's like I was floating against stuck by the ceiling. There was the limitations on how high I could go, um, because I couldn't float past the ceiling. Like I wasn't outside. I was in the house and I was floating and my body was hitting the ceiling. And of course I researched it and I tied it to who I was dealing with as far as who I had in my life at the time when I was trying to repair a marriage or slash relationship that had already ended. And I felt like God was speaking to me to let me know that it was over and I would not be able to blossom to my full potential while holding on to that relationship. And at the second I decided to let that relationship go, blessings just kept coming. Blessings, doors opening, good things happening. And I feel like that was the way God was speaking to me, that I had to let it go. And I think a lot of women struggle with letting things go because 9 times out of 10, we want this family structure and not realizing that we can get a family structure from someone else who actually wants a family. And they won't have to take you through all these changes and all of this heartache in order for you to have that family, even if you are not tied by blood. Because as Mike said before, sometimes strangers treat you better than your own family by blood. So I just want to say that to anyone out there. If you're having dreams, be sure to research them and just let go and let God, because God has you and He will also make sure that you prosper in the way that you want to prosper if you put the work in.
Let's get it. That was a message for y'all. And she's speaking nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? They loving it. They loving it out there. You're reaching some people with this. We're reaching people with this. If y'all watching this, if y'all missed anything, go back to the beginning. When I edit this and put it out on YouTube, it's going to be nice. It's going to be clean. You know what I'm saying? This young lady was talking. She's a single mother of 3. She has twins. She has a young daughter. She has 2 businesses, has a transport service, has the financial, the credit counseling service. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, before we get out of here, tell people how they can reach you.
You can reach me at 470-213-9244 for all your credit needs. I add trade lines, I remove repossessions, collections, evictions, and also bankruptcies. And also, if you just need credit advice, I'm available as well because sometimes we don't know who to turn to. And of course, someone is sometimes not willing to be helpful in your situation. So if you want to reach out to me, please reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help you.
What's your social medias?
My social medias is IG is B Wheeler Financial and my Facebook is BW Financial. My website is currently under construction. We're working on getting it remodified, so it's not accessible at this time, but feel free to contact me by 470-213-9244, or my email is bwheelerfinancial@gmail.com.
Before I let you go, I got a comment in here. Student loans. Can you help with that?
I can remove the student loan late payments. I cannot remove the student loan itself because it's a government funded loan. It's something that the government controls, not like the other creditors that have, put the items on your credit. But I can definitely remove the late payments if you were late on the student loans.
And one thing that I just learned this week,
Mm-hmm.
even if you do remove the student loans,
Mm-hmm.
you're still going to owe the government.
Correct.
It's like you said, it's government.
Correct.
You ain't ducking them.
No, they want their money.
Facts. That's a fact. Well, Mrs. Wheeler,
I'm happy to
go ahead.
remove the late payments. Just can't remove the loan itself.
Okay. Look, y'all listening, please contact this young lady. She's here to help you, especially my women out there. She's here to help you. She's for the people.
Always.
Look, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. It's your boy, Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching this very special episode. If you want to see the platform grow and do even better, hit the Cash App, $ Mike Ryder. That's $ Mike Ryder. You can also, let me see where I got it at. You can subscribe to me on your favorite media platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Anchor FM, Facebook, Twitter. Almost everywhere I am, Mike Ryder Talks. Everywhere that you go get your stuff, your entertainment, your podcasts, whether they're visual or audio, Mike Ryder Talks. I upload episodes every week. Every week I put episodes out there. And you know what, man? I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. I'm finna run this video and we about to get out of here.
I swear sometimes my mind drift. Gotta be supernatural, you make it from down here. Hey, I lost the closest thing to my heart and almost drowned in tears. But granted lives, I'm still standing. I would never hide in fear. I stand bold on these 10 toes. Said I was gonna do it and I did it. Niggas talk but I'm never moved by their opinions. I make music for those that love the culture. Women that's in tune with they culture. And all the go-getters that made it over. I do this for the forgotten city of Macon, Georgia. They wrote us off as Otis Redding, but the wait is over.
Hey, look, real quick before y'all get out of here. My sister, man, I love you. I appreciate you for always being there for me. You said great show, great information. Can't wait to support this young lady. She done got out of here, but I'm pretty sure she can't wait to show love to you. My boy OG Wolf, he said, we too big for this place, Mike. That's a fact. I see where your mind is. You were one of my guests. And in just that hour that we talked, bro, I see where your mind is. We're too big for making, like you said. But I'm about to get out of here. And like always, I love you too. And like always, before I go, I want everybody out there to be blessed.